Most pet owners have no idea they're doing any of this. And that's the part that makes it so hard, because these aren't things you do out of neglect. They're things you do every single day, completely unaware, while your cat quietly suffers the consequences. Animal behaviorists have been sounding the alarm on 6 specific habits that most owners never question, and if you keep doing them, you're slowly chipping away at your cat's health, trust, and sense of security. The first one is raising your voice at them when they do something wrong. You've probably done it before. Your cat knocks something off the counter and your first instinct is to shout their name. It happens fast. It feels natural. But what's going on inside your cat's head in that moment is the opposite of what you're hoping for. Cats don't connect cause and effect the way humans do. A study from the Journal of Veterinary Behavior in 2021 found that cats who were regularly yelled at showed higher levels of chronic stress and were far more likely to develop issues like hiding, aggression, and litter box avoidance. They're not thinking, "I won't do that again." They're thinking, "This person is unpredictable and I don't feel safe around them." You're not trying to scare them. You're just reacting. But your cat doesn't read your intentions. All they register is the volume, the tone, and the energy coming off you. And when that happens over and over again, it doesn't teach them anything. It just quietly erodes the relationship. Think about how fast you'd stop wanting to spend time with someone who randomly screamed at you. That's your cat's reality. And if that one is uncomfortable to sit with, hold on. Because the last habit on this list is something almost every owner does thinking it's harmless. And it might actually be the most damaging of all. The second one is never giving them a chance to hunt or chase. When was the last time your cat actually chased something with real intensity? Not watching a bug drift past from 10 feet away. An actual chase. Most indoor cats go days or even weeks without anything close to a real hunting experience, and they seem totally fine on the outside. But they're not fine. A cat's brain is built around one cycle: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat. When that cycle never runs, something starts going wrong on the inside. Research from the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery found that cats without regular play stimulation had higher rates of obesity, aggression, overgrooming, and depression-like symptoms. So that cat who just sleeps all day and seems content sitting by the window, there's a real chance they've simply stopped trying, not lazy, mentally starving, and fixing it doesn't take much. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day with a wand toy, something that moves the way prey actually moves, can completely shift your cat's mood and energy. You'll start seeing a version of your cat. The fourth habit is petting them the wrong way. If your cat has ever bitten you seemingly out of nowhere while you were petting them, you probably weren't doing anything intentionally wrong. You were just touching the wrong place. Most people pet their cats the way they'd pet a dog: long strokes down the back, belly rubs, tail area. Cats are wired completely differently. Their skin has nerve endings that shift from pleasant to completely overwhelmed in seconds. It's called petting-induced overstimulation, and it catches people off guard every time. A study from the University of Lincoln found that cats showed the lowest stress responses when touched around the cheeks, the base of the ears, and under the chin. But when people focused on the belly or near the tail, stress hormones spiked almost immediately. That belly your cat rolls over and shows you, that's not an open invitation. That's actually a display of trust. And when you go in for the rub, you're breaking exactly the trust they just offered you. The fix is simple. Stay near the head and cheeks. Let them push into your hand. The moment their tail starts flicking fast or their ears go flat, stop. That's them telling you they've had enough. Respect it, and you'll find they stay close to you a lot longer. The fifth habit is putting the litter box somewhere terrible. If your cat's box is buried in the basement, shoved behind the dryer, or crammed into a dark closet with one narrow way in and out, you may be the reason your cat is anxious every single time they need to go. We hide litter boxes because we don't want to deal with the sight or smell of them, and that makes sense for us. But for a cat, you just place their bathroom in the most threatening spot in the house. Cats are both predator and prey. When they're using the litter box, they're at their most vulnerable, and their instincts are screaming at them to see exits and stay aware of what's around them. A box jammed into a tight corner with no sightlines goes against every survival instinct they have. Research in applied animal behavior science found that litter box placement and access were among the top factors connected to elimination problems in cats. If your cat has been going outside the box, it might not be a behavioral issue at all. It might just be that they're scared. And behaviorists consistently recommend the rule of 1 box per cat plus 1 more. 2 cats means 3 boxes, spread out, giving everyone options and cutting down on territorial stress. The 6th habit is leaving them alone too long. Earlier I mentioned there's something almost every owner does thinking it's perfectly fine that might actually be doing the most damage. This is it. There's a story we've all heard about cats, that they're independent, that they don't need us the way dogs do, that they barely notice when we leave. It's one of the most widely believed things about cats, and it's wrong. A 2020 study in Current Biology found that cats form real attachment bonds with their owners, bonds that look remarkably similar to the ones dogs form, and even ones human infants form with caregivers. When researchers separated cats from their owners and then brought them back together, the cats showed clear signs of either secure or anxious attachment, depending on the quality of their relationship. That's not a feeling or a theory. That's measurable data. So when you're gone for 10 or 12 hours, and you come home to a cat who seems unbothered, they might be far from okay. Cats who spend too much time alone develop anxiety, depression, overgrooming, changes in appetite, and litter problems. They just don't show it the way dogs do. They go quiet. And that silence makes us think nothing is wrong. The truth is your cat tracks your absence. They feel it. You don't need to be home around the clock, but small things add up. Leave something interesting out before you leave. Set up a window perch so they have something to watch. And when you walk back through the door, don't just pass them on your way to the kitchen. Sit down for 5 minutes and actually be there with them. Because to your cat, you're not just the person who feeds them. You are their whole world. And all they want is to know you'll come back.